So on Easter Monday, there won't be no class. Easter Monday, there won't be no class, and any of the bank holidays. There's no class on the bank holidays, but otherwise, other than that, we'll be continuing through probably sometime through August. I will be taking some time off. I get the odd music festivals that I do Tai Chi in, kind of August, September time, July time. So make sure you've got enough space around you. Brilliant. We're actually missing a couple of people.
Yeah, my husband says he's apologised. He's enjoying himself somewhere else.
Okay, so we'll just start with this. So just let the well, if the other chair lady's not here, I can actually have this chair to demonstrate the chair exercise. So it's the same thing, similar to what the standy uppies are doing, except we're doing like this, and we're turning the waist. So you want the shoulders and the hips to turn to the corner, and we're all breathing. Very good. So, oh, it looks good, doesn't it? Yeah, yeah. We've been wanting purple t-shirts forever, me and Amy, and Mike, the guy that's the head honcho of the school. What normally happens is that I'll say, oh, we need some new t-shirts again, and then he'll go, oh, okay, and then he'll go, it's all right, I'll order them, and then I'll wait. And a few weeks will go by, and then I'll go, oh, you know, how's it going with the t-shirts? Oh, I'm getting round to it. And then I'll wait a few more weeks. Then after about 3 months, I'll say, you know, I've got a bit more time at the moment. I could order them if you like, if that makes things easy for you. And then he'll go, oh, yes, of course, that'd be really helpful. But there we are. So, and that's what's happened for the last, you know, last time we got new t-shirts was about 7 years ago, maybe longer. And these are a new type of material. They're a bit thinner than the old ones, but you can move around much easier in them. Yeah. And I really like that. I think it's great. But the other problem is, so there's less material and they've gone up in price. What's it called? Shrinkflation.
Yeah, I was going to say it's everything.
It's in shrinkflation, but I really like them.
And how much are they?
They're £16.50 for the short sleeve, £18.50 for the long sleeve. But and what I did is I did get maybe 1 or 2 extras of things, but I'm going to give the ones that have already pre-ordered their t-shirts first, and then once those have all been taken away and I've crossed everybody off the list, it's then we can start. If anyone didn't manage to get the order in, and then if there's too many people, I can just do another bulk order, because the problem is if I do individually, then it's
More expensive.
more expensive. Yes. Yes, it's right. I'll introduce myself in a sec. Sorry. I've had so normally what I do is I teach at Barton till 3 o'clock on a Monday, and then I very slowly mosey from Barton to here, and then I'll get here really early, or I might stop off for a cup of tea somewhere, or you know, or I'll go over to the big the dike, the Devil's Dyke. Yeah, I'll go there and see, you know, what. Just get a bit of fresh air and just have a nice time, and then get here nice and early, set up the room, move all the chairs and everything, and then you know, I'll have already been here at least half an hour by the time you all arrive, you see.
Sorry, Cara.
That's all right. That's all right. Well, I'm back next week. Yeah. And you're very welcome to come in. Bring some friends.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, that'll be
more
good.
than that.
Yes. So we'll just keep
Right.
Yes. Right. Good job. Take care. Bye. Thanks for dropping by.
See you
Fantastic.
tomorrow, Mary. See you.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye.
So, oh, I must remember to let the day centre know I can't come, because I normally do the first Tuesday of the month at the day centre during the day for the Tai Chi, but I'm going to have to do it on a different week, on a Tuesday. So you might get a week where you're doing it consecutive or something, because I'm having Easter break, I'm having an Easter break, I'm having the Thursday to the Tuesday off. And then go back to work on Wednesday, just for, well, you know, otherwise you don't get any time off, so, anyway, so I've been particularly inspired from this weekend, because I went to Horsey Beach to look at the seals. They were brilliant. They were very smelly, but they were really good. They were amazing, and they move. They move really, they really are, aren't they? Well, apparently they were molting, which makes it smell worse.
Yeah.
Because what happens is that as well as seal poo and half-eaten fish smell, you also get the skin they've discarded decaying on the beach. So every time the wind blows over the seals and towards us, you get this really pungent, well, aroma doesn't really cover it. But they're really good. They've got very, very good natural Tai Chi. So they can move there because they haven't got arms and legs to distract them with. They move, it's all really internal, and they've got that movement really well when they're going along really fast on the sand. Look, that's an amazing thing. I've never seen anything like it. It's fantastic. And I've been trying to do that move, but upright, for about 25 years. So I was kind of jealous, but it really was amazing.
You'll have to practice on the floor.
Yeah, you have to do that, and then and they don't even use they just use their stomach muscles. They must have very good six packs, Amy.
You can't see them.
I mean, they've got all the blubber as well, but underneath it, they must have very good muscles. And they sang a bit as well. They have this very nice singing voice, and I'm like, this is brilliant. You know, just bring those in.
But you wouldn't want one as a pet, not to be kept.
No, they're really precious. You have to. They're very. And the lady that I was asking, the volunteer I was asking questions to, she says that they bite is worse than a Rottweiler bite, easily. And a Rottweiler wouldn't have been eating decaying fish either. So you know, it was very good. But I was watching them I was there a good hour and a bit watching these things move around and how they move and how connected they were when they moved, and I was very impressed. So, you know, the other thing. Oh, we'll need to get in touch about I don't know if it's free, but it'll probably be sometime in June.
Yeah.
A weekend in that place in the old Red Lion somewhere in, you know, Suffolk, I think it is.
Yeah.
Very, very relaxing. And then also I've got in touch with the Kingfisher's Bridge lot to see if they're not going to work. What I might do is get in touch with the guy that does the nature walks in Reach. Steve, is it, that does the nature walks in Reach? And we could do Reach Village Hall, and then Steve could take us on a walk somewhere. Green, because it's Tai Chi and nature. I'm going to do a couple of Tai Chi and nature days. And then the other place is there's a nature park in Oundle that my friend Nick, the guy that plays the harp and writes about Kingfisher. So I want to do I want to do maybe 2 or 3 Tai Chi and nature days this year. I thought rather than a full residential, maybe a residential as well, but like a retreat where just because I had so much fun watching these seals and the birds and the being in the, you know, obviously we haven't got the sea around here, but we do have nature, and it is a nice thing to do. So sink the hips, have the knees nice and relaxed, and then watching out for your friends. Just, that's it. There we are. Well done, you missed. Right, and if anyone hasn't paid me yet, I can do online. You can do bank transfer things, or you can, backs, or you can do cash. I still haven't had a chance to read, as my friend Marion calls it, the distractions of I've got a payment machine, but it's just been sitting there in the packet because it would take me at least half an hour to understand the apparently very simple guidelines.
Does that cost you to do that one?
It does. They take a certain percentage. So out of every fiver I'd get, I'd actually get £4 something.
30p, I think.
Something like that. It's a bit of a rip-off. But if you haven't got the cash on you, I'm trying to be flexible. But what I might have to do is add a 50p on just to offset. I still won't get a full fiver even if I added 50p on. So it's a bit of a rip-off. But it's worth having just in case anyone hasn't got.
Because the fish and chip shop in the Causeway, he only likes to take cash.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I've eaten that fish and chip shop because it really rips them off. And they're not the ones that have had to serve the chips. The people that run the machines, they just sit there doing that. That's not fair. So, and shake. This is shake. Yeah, cash is king. I think so. So this is where we are now. It's much quieter than the sports hall, isn't it?
It's busy, yeah.
Lovely. And it's got a car park, and it's got the loos through there, and they've got loos, and they've got a lovely kitchen with a kettle in, and a hot water actually. It's a hot water urn, and if you get here early, and I've actually managed to not, because all the t-shirts will be in my car now. I won't need to go to Cambridge on a Monday until I get back. So now what we do is we go up, 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 and what a lovely tall seating. This is fantastic. And so the other place we were thinking of going, when I looked into it, it was going to be in excess of £20 an hour, which I can't really afford. So this place is reasonable, and it's comfy, and it's great,
And it's warm,
and it's warm, and it's quiet, and so a lot of you only had to walk like 5 minutes to get here. So that's brilliant. Yeah. So next week I won't be coming in from Cambridge. Just I couldn't. There was a big traffic jam between Burwell and Cambridge this morning. So when I had the Tai Chi and Tea class, I started going back to Cambridge. I couldn't. I had to go straight back to Barton. It's really annoying. So I didn't get my lunch break. So yeah. What was happening on the A14? I don't know.
It was just a traffic jam going into
There's,
Cambridge.
I think on the A14,
Yeah.
there's a big flood across the road and only one lane's open.
Oh, it's the red light.
Down in.
The lane that was open.
Queuing, yeah.
Oh no, well if you're gonna, oh dear, that's not good timing, is it?
No,
No, I wouldn't want to be
no,
that.
that was
far
on the
right.
radio as I was.
Oh my goodness me. Oh, that
Okay.
explains why the
Yeah.
traffic's been so appalling all day long. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I should just move to Exning or something. I think that'd be
No,
great.
it takes us long getting out from there.
Oh yeah, because they kept shutting that, didn't they?
Pitch
They
a
kept
tent
shutting-
somewhere.
Pitch a tent, yeah. Okay, so for this one, the one for the hips, now in a chair it's different. So what you do is we go like this in the chair, like that. So you go side, side, forward and back in the chair. And then what we'll do is we'll do those same movements, but because we're standing up and not sitting down, we do it like this. There we are. Brilliant. But yeah, there's another chairperson that comes and she's missing. But if you know any other people that like to exercise on a chair, because this is a sort of Tai Chi for strength and health, and it's more what I've done in the rehab training, that everyone's very, very welcome to come. All the Tai Chi and tea on a Monday morning, which is also very fun. Mostly because of the tea break. We had a really long one, didn't we? Really long tea break today.
It's actually tea and Tai Chi.
It is tea and Tai Chi and chatting, really. We do a lot of chatting,
We
don't we?
do a lot of
An
chatting.
awful lot of chatting. So we actually didn't start the class for quite a while.
So it was tea.
And then the
late,
tea
we
break
went
was
a little
quite
bit-
extended.
Yeah.
And then we did a little bit of Tai Chi, didn't we? So it's very good. So that's my favourite class of the, there we go. That's my favourite class of the week, because it just eases us into the week in a very nice, gentle way.
Yeah, it's just right for a Monday
It's just
morning.
right for a Monday morning, isn't it? You know, you don't want nothing to. So if you want to really, this has got a little bit more oomph in than what I do earlier. And then what we do is we go around in a circle. There we go. And then you'll just go exactly. You're brilliant. And we're all breathing. So the main sort of emphasis with this class is bone loading, bone strength, balance, coordination, mobility, and
My hips were.
hips. Yeah, hips, joints. It's all good. Basically, everybody's welcome to come. We'll just, you know, if we have to, we can move all the chairs. By we, I mean me. When I turn up, we can move all the chairs into there, and it's all fine, and it's all for, yeah. But it's not as. On Friday morning, I teach more of a kind of boot camp class, like Friday Fitness on Zoom, change directions. And that has got a lot more, that's more on cardio and stretching and confusion, isn't it, Amy? So me and Amy go to that one. And it was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we and it's a lot more cardio and a lot more quite a lot more welly, isn't it? It's a lot more welly in that class. So
It's on Zoom.
and it's on Zoom, yeah. If you want something
What
completely,
time?
11 o'clock till 1. So it's 2 hours of exhaustion, really, isn't it? I mean, I'm really selling it, aren't I?
Yeah.
But
It's gonna only
it's,
get better, isn't it?
so the thing is, you don't have to do, I have to do the full 2 hours because I'm the teacher, but you can just maybe turn up and go, oh no, I'm going to sit down now, you know. And it's on Zoom as well. So I do all the classes, this is on Zoom, so the classes all get put on the YouTube channel, so you can do it all over again. And let's do this. So we'll do the bird folds its wings. So we just breathe. So I saw lots of birdies on the beach. You know, see gulls and turnstones and oyster catchers. Oh, it was wonderful, really wonderful. And then there was a big full moon on Saturday. So of course I did cow gazes at the moon. With a full moon, because then what you do is you have the moon. We'll do that later. You have the moon in your hands. You can see it. You have, oh, it's fantastic, freezing cold. But yeah. So there'll be a video of me doing Tai Chi form by the beach in the freezing cold, and also Tai Chi moonlight Tai Chi shenanigans that'll go on the YouTube channel. Yeah, we did cow gazes at the moon, didn't we, Amy? When it was in the car, we were going, let's look, looking at the moon. So there we go. So this is bird folds its wings. Okay, take a slightly wider stance unless you're sitting down, in which case we keep
Yes.
So we have a nice round shape in the arms. Now let me just show that sitting down first. So this is called polishing the table. So you turn. Now you sink your sitting bones back, you lengthen through the spine, and you fold at the hip, and then you come back and put it back where you found it. And then you turn, sink the sitting bones back, and then come back, put it back where you found it. And standing up, it's, that's it. So this is a good one for the lower back. Yeah, for some reason, these have come out really long. So it's more like a dress. You can wear it as a miniskirt, you know? Wear it as a.
As long as you don't shrink too much when you wash.
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Yeah.
When you wash it, see how much they shrink. But they're very good. They're very roomy. They actually came out bigger because this is supposed to be large. It's more like an extra large, but it's fine. It means you can put stuff underneath it when it gets cold. And one more time, that's fantastic. Very good. Okay, so the other one we'll do is maybe bring your feet in a bit, and we're just going to be upright. So it's the same in a chair. You're feeling your sitting bones, and you're turning the lower back a bit. So, and I've signed up for a course with a bloke who's I don't know if he's still in Australia, but he teaches a class European time 7 AM on Zoom, which means it's 6 AM on a Wednesday for me. So I'm on Tuesdays, I'm going to bed early. And he's very, very interesting to train with. This guy Eli, he's very, very good. And he does a different style to me, but it's fine. It's all the principles are all the same. He's very good. He does a lot on the breath work, and very interesting take on it. And his dad was a big Tai Chi teacher, and he'd learned Tai Chi off his dad from sort of zero, pretty much. So he's actually excellent. He's excellent. So I'm quite, yeah, he's very good. So then what you do is you lean slightly forward, and this is called monkey pose. And you can do the same, and then we just do that. We won't do the full version. You can go into turtle stance as well, but that's too much. That's what happens is you put your whole chest and stomach parallel to the floor and do this exercise. And it's really good for the lower back, but getting up again, you've got to be able to get back up again. So we won't do that here. We'll work towards that. It was good fun, wasn't it? We managed to get up again, and we were the Monday morning. Well, you know, I mean, normally it's Monday. I didn't hear any cracks or pops. It was quite something. So that's a kind of bouncing exercise that I've learned from Ebica Scuba. So, Monkey King takes a seat. So this one you can still do sitting down.
Okay.
So what that does sitting down is you want to sink your sitting bones back, and you stretch the lower back, then you come back up, push down the feet, push down the feet, push down the feet, settle. And then you look forward with your sleepy tiger eye gaze, as if you are surveying your kingdom. So it's slightly different, but it will still work the lower back. So but the hips, you're sinking the sitting bones back as the hands go forward, and then you come back and survey your kingdom. So that's the seated version. Now the standing version, I'll show from the diagonal view. So we won't go too far. You can go down into a full squat if you fancy, but we're just doing the, and then you settle. I'll come a bit closer. Settle and survey your kingdom. So you just stand like this. Get yourself, and then we do it. So yeah, none of the bank holidays we're, because it's bank holiday, and then the Easter Monday. I know, it's weird, isn't it? Just about a month. And it's on exactly the same time as the April Fool's Day this year, isn't it? So how does that work? So one more time. Monkey King takes a seat. That's fantastic. That's great. Okay, next. Tai Chi goalkeeping. I'll show that from the chair. So just to show you from the chair. So that we're going to do that first together. Then you transfer the weight and do the same exercise. So you have the hands either side of the head. You keep them the same distance from the head, like that. And it's like you're saving the goal. And what it does is it exercises your quadratus lumborum muscle, which is responsible for lower back stability and mobility. And it does your trunk movement. So having trunk rotation, they were talking about how important, when I often contact the top clinical exercise specialists of this region, Lisa and Simon, and ask them questions about, you know, if somebody phones up and says, I've got X and Y and Z condition and I've not heard of it, I'll say, what can you tell me about this condition and its relationship to exercise? And they usually say, yes, of course you can exercise, but what you have to think about is, and they know a lot of stuff, but they were talking about the importance of trunk rotation when and being able to turn, so you're not twisting, you're doing a controlled rotation in your trunk, and that is really useful. Things like driving, things like putting your seatbelt on and off, things like opening a door. You need to be able to move, so it's all good. So anyway, but it's controlled. You don't just randomly throw everything in it, because that's the problem. Is if you do an uncontrolled trunk rotation, that's when you fall over, or you're too stiff, or you mangle your back in. And so they were talking about the important controlled trunk rotation, and it doesn't have to be a big movement either. You can do micro movements, and that's just as good. So like if you're gardening or something and you know, stuff like that, really useful. So I will be continuing to pick the brains of Simon and Lisa, just because I always learn something from them. Really good. Okay, so let's just get the shoulders. Oh, that's so nice. We haven't done the go yet. We haven't done, we'll do that in a minute. We're just getting the get the shoulders. We just did the bird one, didn't we? We didn't do this one, so we're backtracking. We're backtracking, yeah. Because then with nice open shoulders, and when we do the goalkeeping, it will feel better. Yeah, it's driving in Cambridge, it just puts you off, and then you go round the other way. But I did get to see a big rainbow on the way here. Did you see the rainbow?
Yeah.
Wasn't it beautiful? Big, great big curve.
You didn't see the whole of it, but it's a half of it.
Oh, well, it was no, when I drove, it was a great big proper arc, but then it kind of vanished quite soon afterwards. So it's quite magical. Quite magical. So, Tai Chi goalkeeping. We start here, and we come up and we stretch, and we're just being very controlled. And again, the movement I do, you can do your own version of it, because everybody's different and everyone can do different things, and you want to adapt it for how you personally work rather than how I personally work, because we're all different. So, you know. Okay, then we go across, and then we reach over. That's marvelous. So you want the hands above the head, so you're still keeping that gap between the hands and the head. That's it. And we're all breathing as well. We're all breathing. That's fantastic. So we're like this. Oh. And come back. Come back. Put it back where you found it. One more time each side. Marvelous. This is good. Okay. Have a shake. Any questions so far? No, you're all experts. Fantastic. Let's we'll just wake our legs up a bit, and then what I'd quite like to do is the fun but marginally impossible leg exercise, and you can do it in the chair too, and I'll demonstrate it in the chair first, and that's fine. And I will do the introduction. So my name's Farah. I'm the Tai Chi person, and yes, like Farah Fawcett Majors. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's amazing how horrible glasses. Mine aren't too bad, but I teach Tai Chi at Bramley Court in Histon. Because I wear glasses, I always have my cloth usually, but there's a whole load of people. I ended up cleaning 3 or 4 people's glasses in a row up on the top floor because they were. So I'll show you it from the seated, and you'll have to sort of wing it a bit. So you go like this, 2, 3. That's the movement. Now, if you can't reach your ankle, you can just go like this and do that, and do it with the knee. And it's a coordination and a hip mobilizer. But before we do that exercise, we do we'll do some kicks, and then when we do the hamstring ones, just bring your leg back, and then bring your leg back and actually touch the chair leg with your foot, and then that will be like the equivalent of when we do it standing up. I'll just show you. It's like this, and you want to bring your heel to the glutes, and then bring your heel to the opposite glute. So it's like, so when you do something in your chair, the biomechanics can be quite different, but most of the time they're not that different. So they are equivalent, but you just have to adapt it, and it works, and it's still just as hard as when the standing uppy people. So it's, yeah. So what we'll do, we just start with just a very, like you're a bit bored and you're picking. Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't very happy having to watch the seals for so long. I was completely entranced by how well they were moving, and I thought it was fantastic. And I even went home and tried out some of it. They were doing this wonderful thing where you lie on the side and stretch, and I thought that looks like a really nice. I've been trying it all out. So, like the Tai Chi instructors of old, they'd be watching. They were naturalists, and they'd watch how the animals moved. Not get close enough to be eaten by them, but they'd watch them move, and then they'd copy and make like qigong and health movements out of it. Fantastic. Very good. Okay, now kick across. Like you're in a chorus line. There you go. Okay, and then we're doing the same side. I'm not bothering to count or anything. We're just waking the legs up. So I wanted to wait till we had an established group before I threw the leg things in. Just and then across. So that's the one where you kick the. That's it. It's quite satisfying as well, because when you get that tap, quite fun kicking stuff, isn't it? Okay, that's enough of that. And then for fun, everybody's favourite, we're going to do 5, and just see how you get on. It's for fun, and if it's not challenging enough, you can do the jumping version if you want. You know, you don't have to, because you might not want to show off in front of your friends, but you can do a hop. You can hop, and it hop if you want to do that, or if you want, and you can even try hopping on a chair if that helps. So, okay, ready? Here we go. Let's go. 1. So this is the 2, 3. I warned you. 4 and 5. So we do this 10 times on Friday morning each. Right, now we'll do the other side, and we'll do it 5 times. Nice and full. Breathe. Great. Really twirl the fingers. So we've got good posture. Good working posture. Where's all the blokes? What did you do with them?
It's out tonight, I'm afraid.
But there's another one. There was normally 3 men.
Oh, yeah,
wasn't
and
there
it
4?
was right.
Yeah, with a wife. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. Oh well. Is it still half term? Or was that last week? That was last week. So that should be okay. Right. Other side. Here we go. Well, I mean, I'm very happy for men to come here to, if you know some, do encourage them. 4, 5. Not too bad. Brilliant. Okay, let's just breathe in. Nice. And then breathe in, raise the hands up. So you can do a baby version, where you just go here and down, and that's fine. And we'll do the small version, so you feel the shoulders rotate. Or you can do a big version, which looks like this. So you come all the way up, and then rotate in the shoulders, and breathe. So you very gently breathe in. Very gently breathe out. More time. In. Bring the backs of the hands together, breathe in. And you can do the small version. Down. And then you can do the big version. So this is the large version. So I'll show you that from the side. You come up, up, down. Oh, lovely. So we were quite a while starting, so I will spill over a bit. So you get your full class.
Sorry, I've got to be in bed.
That's okay. That's okay. You can be let off for good behaviour. But I'll probably spill over to 5 past or something, just so you don't get ripped off. So breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. Okay, a little shake out. Just check. That clock's not
That's 4 minutes.
About 5 minutes past.
5 minutes past, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So we've got another. Does anyone have any questions? Yeah. You want a few more rounds?
Maybe like the one when one foot's in front.
Oh, 1 foot's in front, yeah, okay, we'll do some of those, yeah, we'll do some of those.
Wow.
We've done that one. Yeah, before we do that one, let's do a bit of silk reading. So this one, you start here. You go into your left side, you turn. You transfer the weight, you go into the right side, you turn, or mirror me. So you go to one side, turn the waist, the hands come down. Go along, turn the waist, the hands. It's called silk reading or reading silk. Lifting water in that one. All right, good. It all blurs into one big Tai Chi class, doesn't it? It's very, very difficult to. So this is silk reading. Silk reading. Very good. And we're all breathing. Fantastic. Okay, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3. And then throw the other hand in while it's not paying attention. And then you'll get this amazing movement. The wave hands like clouds. And don't worry if this is the first or maybe even the 51st time you've done this exercise and you're doing a variation. It's fine. I won't, it's all good. So you can do this as a little side step exercise. So if you're in a chair, just raise your toe, put the foot down, raise the heel. That's it. And then you can, oh, watch out, sorry for the t-shirt. And you go forward, 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 and then back. So you can mimic the stepping and still join in the chair. And then, or if you're in a wheelchair, you can do this exercise. And then what I did is I get people to wheel them forwards while they're doing it with their feet, and then wheel them back. It's quite fun, and they can get the sensation of travel. 3, 4, and back. 2, 3. It's like a waltz. It's actually very nice, very nice. So, okay. Put your right foot forward. It's the same in a chair. You just step forward like that. And but this time when you're in a chair, you kind of lean like that, and then you come upright again. When you're standing up, you stay upright. So there is a difference between the seated version and the standing version. There's different. So what we'll do is we'll do lifting water, because this is what we did last week, I think. And then it comes down, and then in the chair, you're kind of more like moving the water forward and then lifting up like this. And then you come down, and then you go like this and sink. And then you come down and up. So quite dynamic. And push down with the feet. And in a standing up position, you're more like this. And then you sink down. Lifting water. One more time, and then turn the palms over. You come down, fall in, up, forwards, down. And then that's it. Yeah, good, good. So it's quite. That's it. Push with the feet to bring you back. You come up, forward. So this is working. Lower back. That's great. That's really good. That's much better. Yeah. See where if we repeat the movement from last week, it does help it kind of sink in a bit. Does help it sink in a bit. Okay. And then sink back. Sink forward. We'll do the pigeon, the flying pigeon sort of original version, which I actually prefer the way Mike does it. It just feels nicer. This is a bit, you can feel it working your shoulders, can't you? Yeah, the back leg bends quite a bit because I'm sinking into that back leg. So if I wanted to, I could use it as a spring, oof, and come forward. So it's yeah, and so just gonna feel the contact through the ground. So in a chair, you've got 4 points of contact with the ground, with the 2 sitting bones and the 2 feet. With standing, you've got your 2 feet. So you need to really focus if you're standing on the contact through the feet, so you can build that balance map in the brain. So you're using the sensory receptors in the foot and really engaging with them, and then that gives you your brain a lot of information about where your weight is, what the terrain's like, and it's really good for improving balance. So lifting water or shui jiao, lifting water, shui jiao, I can't remember. The arms are soft and light, and open the palms of the hands. So got this lovely open feeling. And I think we looked at hook punches, didn't we, last week?
Yes.
Yeah, all right, we'll do that again, but I think we'll just do the one punch. So then we're not having to concentrate on too many things all at the same time. Because we like our brains, and then we're in an unmelted format. So there we are. Oh, marvelous. I think of a cat pouncing. So poor old the cat that I'm living with, she's had to get put on a diet because somebody keeps feeding her extra food. That's not our house because she's on a strict controlled diet. And the vet was annoyed with my housemate, and she goes, "It's not my fault. Somebody keeps," so there was a notice that went around the Google group saying, "Please do not feed my cat. This is what she looks like. If she's meowing at you saying she's hungry, she's lying. Don't feed my cat." So that was very funny. So we're going back. But in Tai Chi, it says move like a cat. And we've got that's it. So we're just doing this. And one more, beautiful, okay. Let's show you, I'll just go back to that one. Right, thanks for coming, and yeah, if you could maybe transfer any monies you owe me, if you haven't already paid, that'd be marvellous. Because the t-shirts have gone up in price, anyone that's not prepaid for their t-shirt in advance, I was having to pay for it. In fact, my, you know,
I'll hopefully give you cash next time.
yeah, oh, thanks, Amy, that would be brilliant. Yeah, cash or transfers or money, really, money's good. So what we'll do is we're just gonna very gently practice our foot punch. Now, be very careful of the civilians walking past. When they. Okay. You can, is the back way open?
Yeah.
The back way's open, that might be safer in terms of your, or you can go out to the front. Okay, but stop punching everyone, let them go past first. Goodness me. Okay, so what we're doing, and it's the same in the chair, is you turn and you push down with the foot like that, and then the knee and the fist all point in the same direction. And the other hand is holding like you're talking on the telephone. Not that people do that. They do that now, don't they? When they talk on the telephone, or you know. But in the olden days, when you'd have your phone and you. Hello. And you had proper phones. In the before times, you know. There we go. So what I'm hoping to do, and then what I'm also hoping to do is we'll do some rolling pin exercises as well, once we've got a little bit more, just to get building the strength in the arms. Great fun, the rolling pin. You sort of do that stuff, you twist them, you can do those things with them, you can do the Tai Chi ruler exercises, really, really good. And weights, and then the rubber band thing. So we'll be doing all that. I've just got to order some of the. I'll get the wimpiest one, because even with using the wimpiest rubber bands, if you're practicing your punching with the rubber bands, and you've got the rubber band there, it really, even the wimpiest rubber band, it's pretty hard work. And if you're doing wild goose flies and you've got the rubber band, it's yeah. You'll get super strong, really good. Okay, and oh gosh, right. That flew by, didn't it? I know, it's amazing. So yeah, do tell all your friends about this class, or make some, and then tell them. That would be really good. Make some friends, tell them, and yeah, good. So let's do, actually transfer the weight from one foot to the other. So you're going, if you're in the chair, you're going from one sitting bone and one foot, sitting bone and foot, and we're going to do plum blossom falls left and right. So I've been driving past lots of lovely blossom, and then now what happens, you find a nice blossom tree, you can join in with it by doing this. So you join, and then the blossoms just gently cascading down in this really beautiful way, and you get all the lovely kind of twinkly bits as the light, you know, it's really good. And you can join in with plum blossom falls left and right. Don't worry if it's not a plum tree, just do it anyway. Blossom falls left and right, and you can join in. And I have actually. So, oh, I didn't show you cow gazes at the moon. All right, we'll do that as well, because then this is what I did on Saturday night when I got woke up by two tawny owls. They were obviously
Talking to each other.
they were talking to each other. They were on Tinder, I think, something like that, and they were talking to each other. And it was very loud and very beautiful and to wit to woo and all that. And so it woke me up, and then I saw this amazingly big full moon, and I thought, oh, cow gazes at the moon. So I ended up doing some late night Tai Chi by the moonlight, and it was brilliant. It was freezing, but it was really good. So cow gazes at the moon, just so you can, so imagine you're a very peaceful cow or something. It's very peaceful, it's got a very peaceful feel to it. You transfer your weight and you turn, and we'll do this version where you make a square shape as if you've got the moon in there and you're looking at the moon, and then you come down. So this is another version that I've done. It's different to the way the professor then Hashem does it. It's the one I learnt from Ronnie Robinson many years ago. And you go like that and you imagine the moon framed in your hands. Try it out with the moon when you next see a moon, and it's really quite a magical, when you see the moon there in your hands, it's really magical. It really is. I tried it out myself. And if you want, you can lift the heel for more of a turn. Like that. And you think, not that I've ever seen a cow do this, but that's the name of the movement. The cow gazes at the moon. Beautiful. Beautiful. Very peaceful. Very peaceful movement. Fantastic. That's wonderful. Okay. Embrace the tiger. Return to the mountain. So you come up. You breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And I'll remember to bring the t-shirts to Burwell on Wednesday. You heard it here. Yeah. Breathe in. Breathe out there. I'm not leaving my car. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, and then rub the hands together. So this is supposed to help you look younger. So Master Chuan told me if I did this every day, I would look younger. And I've been in touch with some old school friends of mine. And they see me on Facebook, and apparently they've all aged a lot more than I have. So
it works then.
it obviously works, because they're going, how can you look like you did when you were 17? Actually, that's not true. I have changed a bit, but not as much as then. So this definitely works. There we go underneath. So Master Chuan says it helps you to look younger. Just think, if because we've been doing this in Burwell a long time, we'd all look really old, wouldn't we? If we hadn't. So there we are. Rub the hands together. And the lower back as well. And that's for and that one's for health and longevity. If you can reach. So that's all right, isn't it? That's good. You get a lot for a fiver, don't you? Good. So there we go. And then breathe in, breathe out, breathe in and out. So embrace the tiger, return to the mountain. And one more time. Take care. Yeah, thanks so much for finding the place. That was marvellous. See you next week. I'll try and start on time next week, which will help. And then make a fist with the right hand, left hand over the top, bring your feet together, and out. Well done, everybody. Fantastic. So great. Great. Thanks very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.